Okay, so maybe I'd like to give you a brief introduction before we start. So actually, we are in the middle of running a campaign. So our campaign is about supporting the Indonesian people, supporting the children. We want to give them motivation. They have the chance to be able to work outside of our country, like maybe work in the US companies. Okay, so I'd like to give you a few questions, and I will start with a simple one. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So how much do US people actually get when working in the US companies? Let's make it per hour.
So, because it depends on the state and location. I would say average in New York, I think is the minimum is 15. So the average is probably
15.
between $15 and $20 an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite a lot. And I heard a lot of people can get above $20 per hour in that.
If you have more specialized skill, then yeah, you could easily get over $20 an hour.
$20, over $20.
Yep, easily. Yep.
How much is the food in there?
Food is actually quite expensive as well. Let's say like for a restaurant, like an average restaurant, easily $15 to $20 per person.
$15 to $20 per meal. Per meal. Oh, that's per person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Per person per meal.
$20, it's about 300,000 rupiah in Indonesia. That's what Indonesian people want to hear.
Yep.
So, can I ask how much is the salary of the household assistant?
I don't know for sure. I think my dad has someone who comes in and cleans like twice a month, and I'm pretty sure they pay like a couple $100 a month for that.
Just for 2 times.
Yeah. For like another example, we hire someone to take care of our yard. He comes 4 times a month. He's usually here for like maybe 10, 15 minutes, and we pay $120 a month for yard care.
Well, that's super expensive. we Indonesian people cannot afford that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to convey to Indonesian people? Maybe a little motivation for them?
Well, I think if you can get, the great thing about the age that we live in is that there's so many opportunities because of the internet, right? You can work literally anywhere in the world that you want. I mean, we got people from all different countries that are working in places like Bali and Mexico and all these other hotspots where they have, the digital nomads. So you can literally work anywhere in the world now. The opportunities are just growing year by year. I just read the other day that there's a lot of companies now like Microsoft and I forget some of the other ones, but they're really heavily investing in Southeast Asian countries like Indonesia. So you can use something like geo arbitrage, where I can get a job remotely working for a US company or another company in a different country. And I can make US dollars or I can make euros, and I can live in an area where the cost of living for that kind of salary is much lower. Like the cost of living in Indonesia, if you're making rupiah, yeah, it might be more challenging. But if you're making US dollars or you're making euro, you could have an incredible life in Indonesia because the money goes a lot further, especially, so, you make $50,000, $60,000 US dollars a year for a US company, but you're living in Indonesia at an exchange 16,000 rupiah per dollar. That's good money, really good money.
We can literally become a crazy rich in Indonesia.
You can,
but working remotely to US companies.
So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah,
it's a good time to be alive.